So we are back with another video, and this time it's RC with a 143 scale drift car with a built-in gyro, and we're going to put that to the full test to see if it helps me drift better. A massive thank you to the team who did send this to me, and today we are looking at the Porsche because I'm a Porsche fan. There may be an affiliation link down in the description and a comment. If you do like this review and you think you want one of those, please consider using that because it really does help out the channel. And it says thank you to the team who sent it. And who makes it? Well, I'm going to try and pronounce it. J Bale. I hope you can say that better than me, but that's enough talking. We're going to clear the table, set up a little drift set, and I think we're going to put this little guy to the test. Let's go. So before we crack this little drift car open, let's have a look at what other cars are on offer just by looking at the box itself. Firstly, I want to show you this cool picture of some really awesome looking silhouettes. There's our Porsche there. We've got the RX-7. It's 143 scale, and of course we've got a controller, but take a look at the cars down the bottom. That's what's on offer. I will show you the official pictures, I guess you would call them, but you can actually make out what they are just by looking at those. But let's spin it right around, and there is our cars on offer. Of course, ours is marked. We have got the Martini Porsche. I was about to say R34 then, it's right here. We've got an R34, which I almost chose that one. The BMW M3 from Need for Speed, the Unicorn. We've got the RX-7 from Fast and the Furious, the Yaris rally car. We've got, is that a Polo or a GTI? The Truno, another Porsche. That is a good selection of cars, and there's a quick glimpse at your chassis and your controller. And of course, on the front cover, we do have the drift scene from the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Was that the Velside RX-7? I can't remember exactly. I'm now showing my age. But there it is. Let's crack it open. We'll take a look inside. We'll put everything together. We'll set up a track, and then we'll have some fun. And before we crack this little gem open, here's your opportunity to support the channel. Hit that sub button, thumbs up, and the bell icon if you like this kind of content. But let's go back to the video. So let's crack this little guy open. I've already cut the box for ease of review, but I actually haven't gone all the way in. So I'm hoping we do find the Porsche in here. Some basic stuff on top. We won't worry about the instructions right now unless I get stuck, which I probably will. Let's put them aside and let's see. Drum roll, is it in here? Oh, there it is. It is actually bigger than I thought. I keep forgetting it's 143 scale. And there is our Porsche Speed. Huh? Speed. Does it actually, let me have a quick look. Does it say what I think it says on the side on the box? Can I zoom in on that? Oh, it says Speed on the box. I kept saying Martini. No, it is Speed livery. And it looks really good. Love the big whale tail on the back. Is this four-wheel drive? Yes, it is four-wheel drive. I should have said that before. And it does have some style of hardened tires already on it. It actually is a cool bit of kit. Tinted windows. The car looks really good. We'll do a bit of a montage.
Great idea, Trav. Perfect time for a montage.
On that in a tick, but let's put that down and open up what else is in here. We have got our controller. Normally these things come with a really cheap looking controller, but actually that is not too bad. I mean, you got your gyro. Oh, here we go. You got your gyro, which you can control how strong it is, of course, on and off. And then you've got some speed controls here. And of course, you're gonna have some trimming. There we go, some trimming. And then that must be our power on. Is it, or is that light? Oh, that's light on and off, and that's our power on and off. Really cool little bit of kit. I mean, these aren't that expensive, so you do get a decent controller. And what else do we get? I'm guessing we're gonna have some rear tires. So we're gonna have, oh, okay, there we go. We've got some treaded tires, so we can go racing as well, that's good. And they must be the fronts. There you go. So front and rear treaded, and you've also got the drift tires already affixed, and you can't go past these little witches hats. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if I counted them correctly. We will be using those as well. What else do we have? There must be a charger or something in here. It will be USB style. There it is. And let's get to the bottom of the box because that is everything. So let's move that out of the way. Let's bring all our goodies into view. We've got a second set of tires. We've got our Porsche, which I actually think looks really cool. Let me know what you think. And we've got our controller, which I guess I'm gonna have to put some batteries in. So I'm gonna set this little guy up. I'm gonna clear the table and set up a track, and let's put it to the test.
And whilst I'm getting the track set up, you will need to get yourself 4 times AAA batteries for the controller. The car has an onboard LiPo, which is chargeable via USB, but now let's pair the controller to the car. So welcome to Controller and Car 101. First up, you've got your gyro control, you've got your speed up and down, that's the speed of the car, lights on and off, and your standard power on off button, left and right trim, your steering wheel, you can go forward and you can also go backwards. Pairing the car to the controller is simple. Turn on your car, you'll see the lights flashing. Simply turn on your controller and now the car and controller is paired. And if you want to slow down the speed, you've got speed selection. This is your lowest speed and this is your fastest speed. A very big difference. You've also got your gyro. We haven't got it turned on yet. You can control your gyro from light to heavy. We'll go to full gyro to show you how much it actually interacts. As you can see, it is dancing, and you've got your front and rear lights, which you can turn on or off. If you want them on, leave them on. If you want them off, turn them off. There you go. That is Controller and Car 101.
So we have our track set up. It's a basic circle. The surface is a very shiny, slippery plastic. I think a little bit too slippery. And we've also got paper in the center, so I can show you the difference between textures on surface, and we will take it to the floor after we try and see if we can actually set up a drift track on our tabletop at home. We've also got no gyro and we're on low speed, just so we can trim up our car. And it looks like it is driving pretty straight. It's not going to drift at this speed. If anything, it's really struggling to, there we go, we've got a little one. But it looks like it is doing what it's meant to do. It's going straight. So now let's put the gyro into the center. There is a max line. We're going to go dead center and put it on to the next speed. And you can hear the gyro is working. Now, this is very slippery, so I'm going to do my best to try and get it around. And first corner,
So let's try that one again.
Famous last words. I was like, first corner is perfect. No. So let's try that again. If you're going to do this at home, have borders. I'm going to tell you now, this has fallen off about 20 times and she's still going. So let's see if we can get some drifting happening. This corner I'm a bit worried about. Oh, that was nice. Yes. Now I am stabbing the controller. I'm just giving it a dab to get that to turn. And it's doing it nicely. Now, this is way too fast for a tabletop to go full speed. But you can see we are getting, don't do it again, some kind of drift. Let's see if we can get one more lap out of it without stacking it. There we go. Big one. No, get it off it. Oh, it's got so much power. One more. Let's go one more. There we go. Get off the wall. It's stuck on the wall. Now I'm going to go onto the paper just to show you the texture difference. And you can see already that this wants to drift and it's got a lot of speed. Whoa, has this got some speed and some power. So it's got a little bit more traction on the paper itself, so we can actually have a bit more control of it. It's got a lot of power though. I keep saying that, but I'm so surprised. But now let's take it back onto the plastic track. Oh, it's so slippery. Here we go. Yes, that was a good one. Oh, get off the paper, get off. But you get the idea. If you have some practice, now I'm only using half gyro. Let's quickly see what it's like with full gyro, because I did find it was a little bit overpowering. So I'm going to go to full gyro. And it's now really trying to turn against. I quickly want to put a quick disclaimer in here. I haven't charged this yet. This is straight out of the box. So maybe with a full charge, it'll be a lot easier to handle. So now we've got full gyro and it's going to want to try and counter and throw me off a lot easier. I think the full gyro is better suited for when you're on the floor, but we'll do that test in a tick. Yeah, it's trying not to let me turn. So that's why I went half gyro, and you can see it's locking up and letting me turn. Oh, you've really got to throw it in and hope for the best. Okay, so maybe the full gyro isn't too bad because it is really making me stab it harder and back off a bit quicker. Here we go. Oh, that's much easier now. So a little bit of finesse and a little bit of practice, and we've got this little guy. Whoa, don't go off again, drifting around our track. Okay, so there is our tabletop testing. Now, let's take it to the floor.
But I think I spoke too soon and disaster struck. During the filming, and of course filming B-roll, this thing fell numerous times off the tabletop onto the hard concrete, which something had to go wrong, and the little plastic dog bone did pop out. So with a quick teardown, it gave me a good opportunity to see inside this little RC car. It took me around about 15 minutes to fix it, a little bit fidgety, but once I put the dog bone back in, put it all back together, then we could head upstairs onto the floorboards to see how this thing drifts upstairs. So with the supplied cones in the box, I laid out a little drift track to try and get my car around, and we're ready to rock and roll. So this was the first time I was driving this on floorboards, so I wanted to take it easy, get my trimming right. I was working around with the gyro to try and get a good setting. This thing has a lot of power. It really wants to spin. I got a little bit more comfortable with it. I was trying to stay within those cones, but then I decided, who cares? Well, let's just let this thing rip. So enjoy the next minute and a half or so of me just trying to get this thing around these cones and have a bit of drift action.
So that's a wrap on my review of this little guy, the Porsche 143 scale drift car with built-in gyro. If you did like this little fella and enjoyed the review, please check out the affiliation link down below. That was sent to me from RTR Hobbies. Thank you, legends, and that link does really support the channel. If you do purchase one of these or you find something else on the website that you did like, it does directly support the channel. So I do appreciate that. I had a lot of fun with this little fella. Yes, we had some accidents. We fixed it. We got going again, but it was pretty cool. Let me know in the comments down below. Did you like this little guy? But you know what? I'll see you in the next one. Bye.